Okay, so if you saw this reel here, then you'll know I just hit 1 million views in 5 months on YouTube, which is absolutely epic, and I'm so happy and just want to say thank you to all of you who've been watching and sharing my videos because it really, really means the world. And so I wanted to just do a quick deep dive in this video of how I've been able to do it. So hopefully if you're wanting to grow on YouTube or you're wanting to even just start a channel, you've got a really good blueprint to get started with. So we're going to dive in and share 5 things, and at the end, I'm going to share something that I've actually seen no one talking about, and I really wish that I was seeing this because this was a massive game changer for me. So diving in with the first one, and honestly, I swear I say this in my sleep, but consistency. It was exactly the same when I was starting out growing my Instagram. It was the same when I started my podcast. From the very beginning, I've always made the decision that if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it properly, which means being consistent at it. When I first started YouTube a really long time ago, and if you're brave enough to go look at some of those videos, you'll see I just created a few videos, I threw them up, and I kind of left it at that. And I didn't create the time or processes in my life to be able to show up and film consistently. You know how much work goes into a piece of content, so I didn't do that. But this time round, you know, I'd done it with Instagram. I got Instagram to a great place. I did it with my podcast. I got that to a great place, and I thought, okay, if it's time to do it with YouTube, I need to commit to doing it. So the first thing that I did was I went through my calendar and I blocked out 1 day a month, and that was the day that I was going to spend scripting all my videos, researching everything, and then actually filming them. So that alone was really helpful because once it's on your calendar, it's locked in, and if I decide to delete that off my calendar, I'm consciously making the decision, hey, this isn't a priority to me. So it's a really, really good thing to put in your calendar. The thing is, you really need to give yourself the chance to succeed. And if you just do something a few times and you're not really seeing a great response from it, no one seems to be watching, no one's commenting, no one cares, it's very easy to get disheartened and walk away. But often the first time we do anything, whether it's Instagram, podcast, YouTube, people aren't watching and people aren't interested and people aren't giving that feedback. But if you stay consistent and you continually learn and grow, which takes me on to my next point, you will get there. So my next point is learn from someone who has been there and done it, whether that's through a paid program or free trainings, free videos just like this one. Actually do the research and figure out, okay, how did they get there? What can I use that they're teaching that's going to help me, you know, take a shortcut and not go, it's like getting a map and knowing which way to go versus just doing it without a map and trying all these different side roads and hoping that you eventually get there. It really, really helps to have a mentor. I did that. I actually recorded a joint training with her as well. I'm going to put the link below if you want to check that out. But I made sure that I got a mentor. I made sure that I consumed tons of content. I was on YouTube learning how to use YouTube and really putting the time and effort into doing that. And it's the same with anything. Like I said before, you've got to give yourself the chance to succeed. And that means actually doing the research and actually learning from people who have got experience and can say, avoid these mistakes and do these things, focus on these things. Another really important piece that has helped me grow is discoverability. So people might think, oh, she's got this massive audience on Instagram, it's going to be so easy for her to grow on YouTube. Yes, I definitely do have an advantage there because I have some initial traffic. But what is interesting is the majority of my traffic is not coming from my Instagram or my current audience. It's coming from actually being discovered on YouTube and through YouTube traffic itself, which is mind-blowing to me because I know people say, you know, you build an audience through YouTube from people on YouTube, but I really thought that the majority of my traffic would be coming from my Instagram, and it just wasn't the case. So it helped in the beginning, but really that discoverability piece was important. And so what I was doing was doing serious keyword research. What are people searching for? What are they titling their videos? It's the same thing that I teach with Instagram, right? Like if you're looking for a viral post, going through someone's feed and looking, okay, they got 3,000 likes, 3,000 likes, 3,000 likes. Wait, this one got 50,000 likes? That must be a really good piece of content. How can I use what I'm learning from this piece of content and do it on my own account? Same thing with YouTube. So if you're going through someone's account and you're seeing, you know, they have 10,000 views, 10,000 views, 10,000 views, 2 million views, which does happen, then you might be onto something. You might be actually identifying a video that is really well searched for. They've structured their title in a certain way. They've used certain keywords. And then it goes beyond that, making sure that you're actually delivering what you say you're going to in that video. So if you're doing a video on how to grow Instagram followers, but you're not really talking about growing Instagram followers, people are going to switch off right away and they're not going to be interested. So once you've done those keywords, the titling, making sure your thumbnail looks really good, then the real work starts within the video. Can you hold people's attention? Are you giving them the value that they came for? Because if people are really watching your video through to the end because it's so good, then YouTube's going to be like, oh, this is really good content. I'm going to keep showing it to other people. I'm going to recommend it. So it's very, very similar to Instagram. It's just structuring it all in a different way, but it's about holding people's attention. It's about giving value. It's about delivering what you're saying you're going to deliver, and then making sure the visuals are good and the copy, the SEO, the discoverability, all of those play a massive part in being able to grow. And I would say that one thing has probably moved the needle for me the most. So definitely take note of that and make sure you implement that with your own channel. Another thing that helped me a lot was focusing on specific topics. Now I'm going to be honest, when I first started YouTube, I was like, I want to do vlogs. I want to just show the behind the scenes of my life. I love biohacking. I want to talk about my morning coffee. What about launching and finances and date? Like, I'm such an entrepreneur nerd. I love business so much. I love strategy so much. And I'm so interested in so many random things outside of work. So I wanted my channel to be a combination of everything and anything that was interesting to me. And I definitely got a reality check by my mentor, who was like, well, you probably should be focusing in on just a couple of things. Like, what do you want to be known for? Which is so funny because I say the exact same thing to everyone on Instagram, but for some reason when it came to YouTube, I was like, well, it's video, I can do a different strategy. And I decided that I wanted to go down and I wanted to be known for something. I wanted to find a niche that I could comfortably sit. And yes, with time, I am going to expand out of that. And I do still want to do the vlog thing. It's still sitting there, but I really wanted to build an audience around a specific topic, which was social media in the beginning. And you'll see my videos are slowly I'm getting some Q&As in there. I'm starting to syndicate those, but I'm knowing that those videos aren't necessarily going to be highly discovered. It's the same when I talk about Instagram, right? The content that helps you build your brand, the content that helps you grow, and the content that helps you to sell. So if we talk about the content that helps you to grow, that's the content around Instagram, social media. When I decided, okay, this is the topic I'm going to speak about, I've got my titles looking good, my thumbnails are polished, I'm really holding people's attention, those videos are going to get discovered and help me build an audience. Then when it comes to content to help me build my brand, that's where the Q&As come in, the behind the scenes, the more, hey, this is who I am, this is a bit more information about me, I'm really building my personal brand. And then content to sell, if you go back and take a look at the Instagram challenge I did, I give tons of value and I made a sell at the end, and this generated multiple high six figures from doing that. And I've only been on YouTube, a few short months. So those 3 content buckets, I came up with this years ago for Instagram, but I really realize how much they do play into YouTube as well. So thinking about what you want to be known for, what's that topic? And it's not to say you can't bring other things in, but that one thing should be consistent. And it's going to help when someone discovers you because of an Instagram video, and then they come on your page and they see, wait, she's got 10 other Instagram videos. I'm going to keep watching. I'm going to subscribe. Versus you put one Instagram video out and the rest are all about YouTube, TikTok, email list. If someone's really interested in Instagram, they might not be interested in watching more videos or subscribing to your channel, which again isn't helping your growth. And then the final piece that I really want to talk about that I feel like people aren't talking about, when you spend all your time, your title's polished, your thumbnail looks good, the value's there, you hit upload on your video and it goes live, people kind of just leave it there and walk away and hope by some magic discovery mechanism they're going to go viral overnight. It doesn't necessarily work like that. And so I really want to encourage you to use every tool you have at your disposal. Even if you have a tiny audience on your email list, I want you to be utilizing your email list and your social media every single week when you consistently put a video out. So let's say your video goes out every Wednesday. I want you to have processes in place that an email goes out to let people know and you really intrigue them. You've got a great subject line. You're sharing something that they really want to know, but they can only find out if they watch the video. Then it goes and gets shared to all of your social channels and you're really asking people, hey guys, I'm new to this. I really want to be doing this. So please go comment. Let me know what you like, what you want to see more of. People will do it if you ask them to do it, but they might not necessarily just do it because they land on it and want to. You have to ask for the comments if you want the comments. So really try to move people over from the social channels that you already have. If you have a text list, text them out. I actually created a text list specifically for YouTube. I got people on that list who wanted to be notified when I put a YouTube video on. And even though there wasn't that many people on the list, those are people that I could say, hey, when you go watch that, please leave me a comment. Those are people that were really interested in what I was doing and I knew I could make that ask. ask. And then with that, what I did, and you'll be able to go back and see this, but what I did with my first few videos, I really incentivized people to watch, share, and comment by doing giveaways. So they would have to do certain things to be able to win this thing. Maybe it was subscribe, maybe it was comment, maybe it was share. They'd have to do a certain thing in order to be entered to win this giveaway. And then I would actually announce the giveaway in the follow-up YouTube video. So they had to watch the video to see who the winner was. So that incentivization was really, really powerful for me, and I think could be for you as well if it's thought out in the right way. So if you're thinking of getting on YouTube, now you're hearing that there's lots of different things that goes into it versus just pulling out your camera and recording. And so when you're thinking through that, put a plan in place. How do you want to launch? How consistent are you going to be? What kind of topics are you going to be covering? All of these things are so incredibly important. And like I said, I put a training link below. If you want to take this a little bit further and you want to hear a more in-depth strategy, then you can definitely do that. But I hope this was really helpful for you. And also give me a comment below. Obviously, I normally talk about Instagram, but today I thought I would show up and talk about YouTube because a lot of you guys have been asking me to. But leave a comment below and let me know what you want to see. Do you want to see a vlog? Can I finally have time? Should I go do this vlog? Do you want to be seeing me talking about the strategy, the data pieces? Let me know, because I'm going to be compiling my full list for what I want to do in 2021, and I'll make sure that I cover that. So with that, I will see you next week.